Fun is about to begin. We're rolling up here on Kevin's place, looking for a red mailbox and a little gravel drive. A red mailbox and a gravel drive. Internet celebrities, there they are. We made it a little late. Good to see Kevin again.
Good to see you.
Good to meet you.
What's
Good
up,
to meet
man?
you, Shane.
How you doing?
So this is the
Brian?
Wonder Monkey Productions.
Good to meet you, sir.
Brian, Kevin.
It's good to meet you, sir.
Awesome. Y'all ready?
It's chilly.
Yep. Got it.
No, you didn't.
I got it.
Already?
I got it already.
What's that?
That didn't take long. Pay up, sucker.
What's the
We
big?
just got it.
He just lost a bet. Woo, doggy.
Damn, I won't get on this. That's $100 deal.
One now. That didn't take long.
You ain't even on the
Feels,
water yet.
feels good to be the king, baby. No. Man, look at that rig. That's like production. Ooh. Kevin, the wandering electrician, and Shane from Monkeying Around had invited me to join them on a couple trips this year, and I was unable to make them. We were finally able to get together this week and hit a little couple days here on the Yadkin River into High Rock Lake, putting in at 801 access and getting out basically at Shane's house down there almost to the dam on High Rock. I also needed to do this leg and a couple others to complete my quest for the entire river on the Yadkin. Yeah, what's your name? Sean. We paddled briefly with the guy named Sean we met at the put-in. He's a local just getting into the sport. We soon passed Boone's Cave State Park, where Daniel Boone used to hang around. Pleasant afternoon, perfect weather, good friends. It was good to paddle with Kevin again, and it was nice to meet Shane. And you could tell he really enjoyed his new boat, the Tsunami 145 with a rudder. Recent rains had brought the river level up a little bit, so floating we could achieve about 3 miles an hour, which is nice. We were planning to make about 18 to 20 miles today, and then finish out the rest of the 30 tomorrow. Yes. Nothing beats a headwind. It was about lunchtime when we made it to the confluence with the South Yadkin River. We paddled upstream about 200 yards, went to the access and had a lunch. This stretch of river does not have a lot of rapids. We didn't see any at all at this water level. But it was still a really pretty stretch with little to no development on the banks for at least 18 to 20 miles. We saw one boat all afternoon and just took in some of the sights. Shane's about there now. This is the site of a bridge that used to be in service during the Civil War. The only thing left are the two pillars you see on the left. Makes you wonder how many river travelers have gone under this bridge or by these pillars. What were their stories? After passing under the bridges at I-85, we took the road less traveled to the left. We even stopped on this island to look at some pawpaws, but there were none left. Pressing on, it was time to start looking for a campsite.
So we are paddling. It's about 4:40 in the afternoon. Shane keeps telling us there's a campsite right around this corner. And Kevin's agreed. Brian and I wanted to take a site a couple miles back, but these guys wanted to push on, so hopefully things will work out. I think we'll be looking good around this bend, but if it doesn't, I think there might be mutiny going on here. It's been a good paddle. Kevin's getting hangry. Brian brought out a bandana because we're all getting burnt on the back of the neck. Shane's zoning in his new boat, looking like a pro. Good relaxing paddle. Nothing super adventurous, but perfect weather. Very little development on the banks. Haven't seen anything else out on the water except maybe one boat. It's been fun. The quest for the perfect campsite. So we've just found home for the night. Got Brian coming in, Shane, Kevin at the beach, and it's a little bushy, but we're kind of running out of options. Got sun setting over there. It's gonna rise over here, come right across us in the morning. So I think we'll be good. Kevin's a little hangry over there. He's still smiling, so his hangry level's probably only at about a 6 or 7. When he starts making the jokes and there's no smile, you know it's time to eat. What do you say, Shane?
There's plenty of firewood.
Yeah, plenty of firewood,
Yeah.
plenty of hammock trees. You having some private time or something?
No, I was told to ask if any of you guys were interested in Cub Scout popcorn. We need to sell about $100 worth before tomorrow.
Yeah. Awesome.
So there's
That's so disappointing.
fizzled out.
That's so disappointing. It melted. It didn't blow up. Oh, uncool. What's going on?
So Pete makes this bomb for everyone.
Totes uncool. That was supposed to be an MRE bomb, and the bottle didn't hold up. It was swollen up about as big as a balloon. I kept waiting for it to blow. Sorry, Adam. The bottle didn't make it. It was beautiful. Still smoking.
Oh, you made an MRE bomb?
Yeah,
tonight.
I was interviewing him, and it melted the bottle.
Yeah, that's. I've seen that. So now it comes out. So now it comes out. You hate Pete.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't have to go with Pete no more, Kate. Okay.
Well, good.
It makes you feel better.
Oh man.
I thought you got it.
So here we are in the morning. We just broke camp, got the boats behind us there. We used one of Greg's survival tips this morning, got us a really good fire going. So this is the kitchen. What's the name of this camp? We haven't named this thing yet. I was thinking something with rack line.
I was thinking White Sands Beach. Yeah,
White Sands Beach.
There you go.
Mandel's Resort, the rest of us. So here's what happened last night. We're trying to get the sun coming at us, so we wanted to get just around the corner. And inside bends are usually good for campsites, and that's usually where your sediment deposits are and the low slope beaches. So as the river turned right, we saw houses had to come back up. But the whole last half mile on this inside bend was a rack line, which made no sense. But I figured out this little strip of land on the other side of the river is like very low to the water. And there's an inflow to the lake over there. So at high water, all the stuff flows out of that island that usually gets caught on the riverbank and pushes up against here as the water flows. There's water over there. So there's your pro tip of the week. The inside bend does not always work. That's the first time I've ever had a rack line on the inside bend. It was about a mile long. Yes, everything I've ever told you is almost always correct. I'm trying to decide if this means I was wrong or just mistaken. I'm not sure.
This means you're when you're in a water nothing goes on.
Nothing good. I don't know what he's talking about. This has been a fantastic. This has been a perfect camp. In fact, if you're looking for a camp, everyone camps on the white sand beaches. Who's going to slide up through a little hole in the rack line and have the world's best campsite hidden? It's kind of stealth camp. Yeah, we've had plenty of firewood. Pretty much the whole island is sand and firewood and leaves. And sideways growing willow trees. It's kind of weird. I'll probably use none of this footage. It'll be alright.
Lift your eyes to the dawn. It's coming on. Oh, light has come to this house that crumbled to the ground, and the morning shows. There's still
And we're off. Inside bend rack line, kind of a unique phenomenon that I've never experienced before. But like I say, the water comes through this island at high water. That's the outside bend of the river. And it picks up the normal rack line from the outside bend and pushes across this way as it floods over that island to the main river channel and just dumped the whole debris line on the inside curve. It's kind of a unique phenomenon. I've never seen that before, so always something new. I'll know to look for that on the map next time. But it was a pretty good campsite, just didn't have the beautiful beach we were hoping for, but can't have everything. But plenty of firewood, perfect hammock trees, perfect weather, good company. We just had a good time.
Light has come to this house that crumbled to the ground, and the morning shows. Oh, it shows the light has come.
pretty much had the lake to ourselves now. We saw 1 or 2 boats, but we just had to grind out about 10 miles of lake, and the headwind started picking up. Time to cut off some corners and start using some navigational skills. Every piece of water has its own beauty. The Yadkin is known as a muddy river, and here it's turned into a lake at high rock. The water's brown. There's nothing fantastic about the scenery. But yet, if you have your eyes open for it, sometimes, out of the middle of nowhere, it'll hit you. It was like the scene from a memory, or from your imagination when reading a book as a child. 4 guys making their way down a river. Nothing but the wide open landscape and the sun and the water. It's hard to beat. But at the time it wasn't a memory. It was what we were doing. And maybe that's why we do it. To find that place where imagination, dreams, memories, and reality all merge into one thing. And then you just sit back and take it in. Out on the open water, we started catching up with the forward edge of the dirty water from the storm. We could see it coming, the end of the brown, the beginning of the green. And as we paddled through it, it was nice to see some clear water. We rounded the corner and we could see High Rock Mountain, part of the Uaris. As we rounded the corner, the headwind turned into a side chop. Finally, at long last.
Well, we're here sailing the last final stretch, last little bit here, having a good time. Brian's kind of manning the ropes and then getting the hammer. That'll work. Good. So what's the name of this barbecue joint we're heading for?
There's about 6 in town.
Kevin's getting a little hangry. He gets a little hangry from time to time. This is a shout out for Adam and Brian, who so viciously attacked my attempts to sail on the river trip up on the new river. That Brian has been one of the biggest antagonists of the sailing system on the kayak. And I guess it takes about 400 miles to get 15-20 minutes of use out of the sail. But here we are, Adam, and you see who's holding on to my boat, smiling. Brian getting a little surf action with the following waves and wind here.
We came into the little harbor. Just a couple more 100 yards and we'd be at Shane's house. It was time for some barbecue.
Yeah, I think that's what she wants.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay, thank y'all.
Dude, you almost forgot to order for your wife. That would have been bad.
He said, we don't want to mention that
We don't want to mention that on the video?
when she comes in.
I do accept hush money.
I'm broke, I gotta buy you lunch.
If you see this little clip on the full edit, he didn't pay up the hush money. So we're at the BBQ Center here. Shane's pick, joined by Shane's wife. The food is fantastic. One of these is not like the others. Apparently, you're not allowed to order white slaw at the BBQ Center. You're looked down upon.
Lexington is a red slaw city.
It's a red slaw city.
Amateur mistake.
I decided to go for my age-old joke.
Now, you've been watching the news, haven't you? The news? I mean, you've been around civilization. You know if that actress died? They got stabbed by her husband? The blonde girl, Reese something.
Kevin is just too hangry to entertain humor. Brian looks down, trying not to snicker because he knows what's coming. And Mandy and Shane, hook, line, and sinker.
She got like stabbed like
Oh,
50
Reese
times.
Witherspoon?
No, it was with a knife.
How is everything over here?
Now, I can't put my finger on it, but I would just bet $100 she's not impressed with my humor.
GoPro, stop recording.
The trip's over. We got Shane, Brian, and Kevin, and Luke. Want to say, hey, Luke? Oh, you're on camera now. Yeah, that's the next big guy. So, yeah, we want to say appreciate it to Shane and Kevin
For inviting us.
tagging us along, and had a great time. Pretty stretch of river. I'm sure we'll do some more. Tasha's hiding over here in the background.
Thank you for all your help, Tasha.
She's the one that's going to buy Kevin all the new hammock gear he was talking about, but good deal.
Yeah, but he was going to wait till the night to tell her about it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Appreciate you
I'm sorry.
ruining that.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
And Shane can make decisions on his own, as his wife said.
We were told.
Yeah.
So there might be some hammock gear for Shane as well.
It's not a good decision.
So that's it.
Can I come move in with y'all when y'all get me kicked out of my house?
Sure. Yeah, I got a bonus room. I'm right up there.
It's just not built yet.
I got
You
a
can
got a
help build
hammock. Well, there it is, guys. Appreciate it and have a good one.